Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Void Between Reality and the Land of Heckin' Nerds. My name is Brian, aka here the Void, and today we are finally playing Okami. Like, we are actually playing Okami. It is happening, as the thing says. We are playing Okami, Okami, Okami. I know, cheesy as heck. Uh, Gonna need a lot of water because there's gonna be some reading. Let me put on my best narration voice. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nested in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. Ooh, dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. God, even for the PS2 version, the, the the art style is just amazing. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. 1 second. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into... Ooh, little rumble there. The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sign. Determined to put an end to the Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi strode tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. God, I love this art. Oh, it's so beautiful, even on the old PS2. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Sorry about that. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Uh, Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. By the way, this episode will probably go a little longer just to make up for the story. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, strode proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his sacred and scarred and battled arms. He leapt furiously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. The music, too, is so good. Orochi's broken body collapsed in the lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamaki. Someone tell me if I'm saying that right. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamaki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Good pupper. Nagi's sword was christened to Tsukiyomi, and placed inside the mood cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. It is really hot down here. I had to turn off the fan so you didn't hear them. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi, the sword that banished the dark, dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Oh, shouldn't have done that. You never pull the sword out of the seal. When are we going to learn that? Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Oh, that can't be good. God, the art is so good. It's so good. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood sprayed Sakura? How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaretsu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Oh, here we go. Okami Amaretsu. Ah, such divine light white, such beauty and grandeur. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. I think Amaterasu. How delightful to see the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Kind of how I felt during the story read. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our mind's midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. Nippon? Nippon? But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Hmm? Hey, what is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Ho ho ho. Oh hee hee hee. Oh. Yeah, this video is definitely not for kids. Phew, what on earth? You again? Ow, ow, ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I already told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Okay, that is pretty good. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Den Kamaru, against you. It's so hot down here. It is ungodly hot here in Maryland. Summer started yesterday, but it came early. It's been wicked hot. but I can't have the fans on because you'll hear them. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. This village lives on, their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal. That Sakiu girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're going to reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Okay, we're finally... The fruit sure is growing in a high place. The only way we're going to reach it is some kind of special power. I guess we'll go in the giant glowing door. I haven't played this game since I was a kid, so I'm probably going to be learning stuff with you. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You could use the right analog stick to look around. The L1 button changes your point of view. Boy, he really looks so helpless. You sure you're going to be okay? Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on the surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here, but make sure you have what you need to save your progress. I'm talking about a memory card for 8 mil... Okay. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared specifically when you're learning the ropes, or especially when you're learning the ropes. Alright, we'll do some saving. And then move on. Oh, she jumped high. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press the square button to bust them with your head. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. Alright, we got 100 yen. Whoa, whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high might be a piece of cake. Press the button to jump, then press the button again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly so you can jump really high. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. You obtained Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of energy. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'll take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Ooh, brush magic. Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is the power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its powers were split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? We shall see. I'm going this way. River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens? They mean the favored Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? I'm going up here because I do all the pointless exploring when I play games like this. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look, are those stars forming a pattern? Or is it just me? Ooh, dragon. There's one missing. Guess I'll have to draw the missing star. Ah, looks like I'm not ready to draw missing stars. Press the R1 button to hold the brush, and then the square button to draw. Sure spent a lot of time, heck a lot of the time practicing that. Oop. Have to hold the brush. I know this is the right way to do it. Press the R1 button and then tap the square button. Sure spent heck of a lot of time practicing that. Okay, for some reason I couldn't do it. I'm trying. Okay, got it. Ooh, dragon. Ah, why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu, I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all of the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Ooh, spooky brush magic. Let's go, sacred brush magic spooky thing. Wow, that was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good as with a brush as yours truly. Nah, couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? I smash pots. That's what I do. Zelda principle. River of the heavens. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. I just need to get to the point. Plus, my voice is starting to hurt. Okay, I gotta be on land to use it. Oh, I got a fancy achievement. A river of stardust, so this must really be the river of the heavens. What I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing? That would be me. God, this looks so good, even for a game this old. You obtained Astral Pouch. Look what you found. For a ball, this Astral Pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive the owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. You consumed orange. Orange with a sharp citrus taste. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Yay. You consumed apple. Nectar-filled soured apple fills astral pouch a little bit. Once we get out of this tutorial area, we'll end it for the day. Oh, I can press button to bark. I love how the flowers spring in Amaterasu's steps when she runs. That's so cool. Probably should have read that sign, but oh well. She do be running. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. First the River of Heavens and now this place? Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. Think I must redo the sword. Yay, sword. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you, anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a... Ooh, a little mouse. Learn the power slash brush technique. Ooh, big sword. Me like big sword. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to an ancient hero. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Is that a mouse? I don't know what it is. All I know is I get sword. I like sword. I like swords. Hey, that was the god Takigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait, if you're getting all these brush powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi, it's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. Won't believe it till I see it. Wow, I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball, or Amaterasu, I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui Reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along with you until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. Hehe, it's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've managed the power slash, you can cut that thing Sakura was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. What a magnificent statue. The legendary hero Nagi. I always wanted to draw him. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here once we get back to that save point. Oh, right, I need to cut it. I always think stuff like this should be X button, not square button. Oh, I can cut trees. Oh, combat time. Where did they come from? Whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know what that divine instrument you have on the back? Well, use the square button to use its power against them. Look, Amy, once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your brush no matter how nasty you are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. Say no more, little bug friend. You obtained ink bottle. Bottles are full of ink. Fills one of Amaretsu's ink pots. Amaterasu, my bad. You obtained Spirit Globe M. Human's faith made solid. Restores 1 unit of solar energy. I do donuts. I was looking for a shortcut, but I suppose there is none. Oh, another fight. Got him in 1 slash. Yay. Victory for the pupper. Where's the mirror? Did I pass the mirror? I don't know. Guess I gotta do a cutscene. Okay, here's the mirror up here. I forgot it's across the river thing. But guys, how gorgeous is this art style? Even for like what? This is what, a 20-year-old game, I believe. Just looks so good, even without the HD. I'll definitely be playing the HD on my own. I figured out how to get it to play in my headphones at least. Even if I can't do it on stream or okay. So we're gonna save here. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. All right, everyone. Oop. Why did that change? My bad. Okay, that's gonna do it. I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. We are, at last I checked, 1 subscriber away from 100. There will be a celebration for 100 subscribers. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Might be opening the Discord server. I might be playing Five Nights at Freddy's, since that is my just I hate that game, but I love that game. And it always elicits good action or reactions out of me that are always pleasant to the, or funny at least to the audience. I played that on my previous toy channel that I used to have, and it got quite a amusing reaction. So please hit the subscribe button. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, until next time, remember, get your own outro right, Brian. Growing up is growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.